like, where should I do this fit check from? Jacket, we ended up going with the top. These are my Kim Possible pants. And I'm wearing these like tan velvet slippers. I might change the slippers because I feel like maybe that's not the vibe at a house party. But then like, what is the vibe? Like, I don't know. I also need to make myself a drink, but I'm deciding between wine and a mixed drink. I might go for a Negroni, which kind of feels a little bit crazy, but like, why not? Why not? We're feeling crazy tonight. I also feel like this is like a deeply summery outfit. And I got my nails done super summery today. Not this one because I cut myself cooking and it was like I low-key took off a lot of skin and I knew it was gonna hurt like a bitch if any like nail product got into the wound. So I didn't do that one, I did the rest of them. But it's like a sparkly lime green. But I think I'm also just like allergic to getting my nails done like a normal color. They're always a summery color. They always don't really fit in with the season. They're also normally always sparkly. That's just me. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be the Sophia Richie green. I'm not gonna be doing quiet luxury when my nails are bright sparkly green. Fucking sue me. Okay, we need Campari, we need gin, and the sweet vermouth is in the fridge. So that's that on that. The really gorgeous, simple, beautiful thing about Negroni is that it's literally just 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. So, and it's been stirred. I think I'm gonna do mine on the rocks tonight. Actually, I'm gonna go put a glass in the freezer because we're getting crazy like that. Okay, now it's actually time to do the 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. 1 ounce of Campari. I love the color of Campari. I love that it's just like so red. And then 1 ounce of gin, whatever gin you like. Time to get some ice. In the UK, I feel like it's not common to have an ice making fridge, or maybe that's just like my house, but we have bags of ice in the fridge for this purpose exactly. And you don't want to stir too long. You can see it's frosting up at the bottom. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Bartenders, like, please don't come for me. This is like, I'm just trying to make a drink. This glass, quite frankly, did not chill for that long, so it's fine. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Hi. Long time no talk. I'm currently sitting in bed. I am in bed quite early today. Maybe not that early for some people, but it is 9:26. So it's early for me. Some of the things I did today, I started a new book. I think I'm like, let's check. I think I'm like 40 pages in. Okay, I'm 39 pages in, but it's in Cold Blood, which is non-fiction, but does really read like a novel, and not much has happened yet, but I think stuff is like about to go down right now. A friend of mine recommended this to me. My friend Frankie recommended this to me, and then my friend Jude at his dinner party was like, you have to read this, and sent me home with this book. So I felt like I should get on this first. And then I'm also reading Vanity Fair, but that's like, I've been reading like 10 pages a day because it's a Victorian novel. It's gonna take me a while to get through, I think. I also watched Begonia last night. I don't know if I'm saying that. I don't know if it's Begonia or Begonia, which was really good. I was not going into it thinking that I was going to like it as much as I did. I was not the biggest fan of Poor Things, which is the same director, Yorgos, and then I really don't know how to say his last name, so I'm not gonna even try to butcher it. But I really liked it, and I thought it was really fun at times, very shocking at other times. And I kind of don't want to talk about the plot because I didn't really know what it was about going into it, and I feel like it's a better movie if you don't know what it's about. But I thought it was very tight, like it was a very tight movie. And today I watched Frankenstein because it's out on Netflix now. I didn't go see it in theaters, which maybe I should have, because maybe I would have liked it a bit more if I had seen it in theaters. But if I'm being completely honest, it's hard for me to separate it as a movie and it as an adaptation, because I think if I just saw it and I hadn't read the book, I might have liked it more. But because I read the book, I think I've read the book 3 times in my life, I can't get behind it. I really can't get behind it. Yeah, I feel like adaptations of books to movies and translation of books to other languages is quite a similar undertaking. And I say that because I think there is a lot of interpretation. There's a lot of mediation that goes on between the original and then the outcome, whether that is the translation or that is the movie adaptation. But I think the job of the translator, or in this case of like the director, is that you capture the essence of the original sort of at its core. You're trying to capture not necessarily like word for word exactly what happens, because in translation obviously just there are some words that don't exist in one language, and so you just can't translate it like that. But you're trying to capture the essence of what is being said, the meaning, and obviously that's really, really hard. Not saying that's easy, not saying I could do a better job, but I do really feel like the adaptation of Frankenstein missed the essence of the book. The Byron quote, okay, wait, sorry. Before I talk, if you don't want to listen to spoilers for the movie, maybe skip ahead, or if you haven't read the book, skip ahead. But they changed the ending and the creature and Frankenstein reconcile, and I think that really was a bad idea. It was a really bad choice. And there were a lot of other things that I had problems with, but that was, I feel like, the most glaring. I feel like everything was really black and white. I feel like everything lacked depth, complexity, etc. I feel like a lot of elements of the book were kind of discarded that I felt like were quite integral, maybe not in Guillermo del Toro's vision. And I felt like the Byron quote at the end felt kind of despicable. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I know that, I don't know what the sources are like on this, but I've read in at least a few places that it might be that Frankenstein was inspired by Byron, so maybe that's why. But Byron is like famously abusive and didn't publish Frankenstein, refused to publish Frankenstein when Mary Shelley like sent it to him. And so I'm just kind of why I feel like we have a lot of quotes that we could have chosen from the actual book of Mary Shelley, and I really am a little bit shocked and appalled that we chose Byron quote, to be honest. Those are my thoughts on Frankenstein. If you haven't read the book and have seen it, I would be curious to think if you really liked it or not. If you liked it as a movie. Because I think it's a genuine tragic adaptation, but I think maybe as a movie it's good and it plays. Also, I thought Jacob Elordi's performance was amazing, and I thought the costuming was amazing. I also thought Oscar Isaac's performance was really good. I just think for both Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac, I didn't like what they were given to work with, if that makes sense, but their performances were very spectacular. Those are my thoughts. I think I'm gonna go to bed tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up and go to Pilates, and then I think I'm gonna go try and buy new running sneakers, because I feel like part of the reason why I've been struggling, plantar fasciitis, is because of the running sneakers I currently have. So I think I'm gonna go try and get new ones tomorrow and maybe go for a walk and take him out for a spin. But that's it. I'm gonna read and then go to bed watching Vampire Diaries, as I've been doing almost every night. So I'll see you in the morning. Let's go. Again, if I could sing, it would be over for everyone. I guess we'll do a little fit check. Why not? Right before I leave, I'm actually gonna put on my coat. I don't even know if I need to be doing all this, but whatever, man. This is what we're working with right now. Do you see how my door just keeps coming back and I keep pushing it up? Linen change. Okay, that's it. Let's go to Pilates. I'm making lunch right now, everyone, and I'm gonna show you what I've been making for lunch recently. I cut a nice big slice of sourdough, and I'm now slicing up a tomato. Actually, I think I'm gonna do two because these are kind of small. And then I also smashed and peeled 2 cloves of garlic. I honestly feel like one probably would have been fine. We're using 2. And I have the oven set on the broiler, and I'm also gonna get out the butter because I think we're gonna butter our bread once she's been toasted. We're making a little toasty. This is just my favorite lunch that I've been making, which is not terribly nutritious in any sense, but it's really delicious and just so satisfying. Bigger piece of bread. This is not fully hot yet, but we're just gonna let it toast well. the oven gets hot. You could also totally use a toaster. I am just a gal who normally toasts her bread in the oven. That's just my MO. Do whatever you want, people. This is truly so good. You also, I feel like, totally don't have to add the butter if you don't want to. I just feel like butter makes everything better. Okay, we're gonna beat this until smooth. Probably gonna be about 1 minute. Okay, now we're beating in the brown sugar. Okay, I also added in the granulated sugar. Next, we're adding in the egg. And then we're gonna mix this until it's combined. Peanut butter is mixing in with vanilla paste. Okay, now we're adding in our dry ingredients. Dinner of champions. I have these tomato lemony beans. Normally I would use white beans, but tonight I used borlotti beans just because that's what we had. A piece of sourdough, some butter for the sourdough, and that's about it. Normally I would top this also with some fresh parm grated on top, but ran out. So we just did a little drizzling of olive oil. But I'm very excited. This looks really good. I have literally nothing better to do, so I do think I'm gonna rewatch Maxton Hall. It's that or the Vampire Diaries. Like, I don't know, you guys. I feel like, is Maxton Hall even the lesser of two evils? It's probably not. It's honestly probably not. I will say I've been watching the Vampire Diaries to go to sleep, and I actually have. I'm also vlogging on my phone, so that's why I'm like looking. The looking is weird. I truly have no idea what's going on. I think I'm on like season 3, but couldn't tell you what the plot line is right now. So there's also that. I think it's gonna be Maxton Hall. They're so yummy. Some Joe and the Juice for lunch, people. I'm very excited to gobble this down. After this, for something else, the real deal. So pretty, but okay. I also am drinking. Wait, Neela, you stop. So your party was so. She's so pretty. Taking a little video. You did it. So long.